your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss Social Security changes that will take effect in 2024. Now, I know some of you have already started receiving your larger checks, but you may not know that some people will be receiving additional checks or payments this year as well. There's so many updates when it comes to Social Security. So if you want to know what is going on in the world of Social Security for 2024, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you, because your girl has been dropping a video almost every single day in the new year, except when Alabama lost on New Year's Day. Your girl was hurt. Now, if you are not an Amazon Prime member, you can try out Amazon Prime free for 30 days. All you have to do is click the link above in the cards or down in the description box below, and girl, you in there, or boy, you in there like swimwear. All right. So guys, more than a half a dozen Social Security changes are happening in 2024, ranging from what beneficiaries are paid to what working Americans may owe in payroll tax. They are now in effect. So for more than about 8 decades, right, Social Security has been providing a financial foundation for those who need it most. Now, what's really particularly interesting about Social Security is that, y'all, it's just changing. It is always changing. And there's the election season is coming up. So there's going to be more significant changes that are announced every single year. So as we usher in the new year, say Happy New Year if you're new, okay? These are the Social Security changes that will now be in effect. So they're in effect right now. All right. So first things first, we know Social Security checks are increasing. So in 2024, Social Security benefits will now receive a 3.2% cost of living adjustment. Now, this is, a little bit smaller than that 8.7% that we received back in 2023, but it is higher than the 2.6% that we have been receiving over the past 20 years. So this means that a typical retired worker will receive about $59 more a month this year, while workers with disabilities or survivor beneficiaries, they can expect their checks to increase by about $47, $48 respectively, okay? Speaking of that increase though, SNAP benefits will decrease for Social Security recipients as well. So due to that same cost of living adjustment that we just discussed, where Social Security and veteran benefits for 2024, Social Security benefits are expected to increase that $50, but then if you are receiving food stamps, EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call it, okay, then you will see a decrease by almost $29 in your SNAP benefits as well. So the average reduction, like I said, is about $27, $29, and they're saying that it's going to affect about 33% of SNAP households as well. This is according to the Department of Health and Human Services. Now, even though some households will no longer receive SNAP benefits in the new year, because now with that cost of living adjustment, they will also exceed the eligibility limit as well, okay? So if you're in the military, then you already know Uncle Sam gives you $100, they take back $99. All right, so let's go ahead and move on, because there's a settlement that will send millions to SSI beneficiaries as well. So more than 2 million SSI or supplemental security income recipients, including those with disabilities who have had their benefits reduced or even discontinued during the pandemic, you will get some relief, honey. Okay, you're going to get some money from this new settlement, guys. So the Social Security Administration has agreed to automatically waive many overpayments that occurred between March and September of 2020, and the agency will refund individually as appropriate. So if they have already repaid those funds, or you were owed some funds, you will get those benefits back paid to you as well, as often or as soon as April. Now, this lawsuit it did include a woman who was found that she was ineligible for SSI because the agency incorrectly counted money that she received from her adopted child with disabilities. Then you had somebody else who said that her eligibility was impacted after like health concerns and stay-at-home orders left her unable to withdraw funds from her bank accounts. So she had more money in her bank, but she couldn't spend the money. Then you have like millions of SSI recipients who had their benefits reduced or even discontinued due to the stimulus checks. So remember, the stimulus checks were not supposed to be factored in your income. They weren't supposed to affect you at all, but they did. Okay, they did. And they said now nearly 250,000 of SSI recipients are expected to have benefits credited back to their accounts automatically under the agreement as well. So the agency will mail you a notice by the spring of 2025. Okay, 2025. I said that right. To SSI recipients assessed of the overpayment between March of 2020 and April of 2023 with informative information about how to request the waiver if you need one and what COVID-19 related factors may be relevant as well. So they said this is expected to benefit about 2 million SSI recipients as well. So some people are going to get those overpayment letters. Some people are going to receive checks or get money back as well. But speaking of letters, people are still scamming in 2024 going into the new year. So there is another scam that's going around right now in Palm Beach County. This one is to be claiming that the Social Security Administration victims receive letters, emails, text messages, and a partridge in a pear tree, okay? They're saying that your Social Security number is suspended due to fraudulent activities, and it even has like a detailed list of exactly what those activities are, okay? I don't know what that is about, but according to residents that are receiving these letters, they said it came attached to an email. At the top, it has like very boldly Social Security Administration underneath. And then it has even like a subject line that says suspension of the Social Security number or SSN due to criminal activities. Now, according to the official Social Security Administration website, y'all know they're not going to threaten you. They're not going to suspend your Social Security number. Not a little bit, not part of it, none of it, okay? And they're not even going to warn you about arresting you or even demanding legal action or even request like immediate payment or payment by gift card or credit card or anything. So if anyone is like pressuring you for your personal information, hang up. Okay, that is not the Social Security Administration. All right, so also in 2024, Medicare Part B premiums, they are increasing. So once again, we are robbing Peter to pay Paul because Medicare Part B premiums, this is the part of Medicare that is responsible for outpatient services. This is expected to climb about 6% this year, even though it declined last year in 2023. I know. I mean, how did we get here? How did we get here? But let's go ahead and move on because there now are 2 fewer states that are taxing Social Security benefits. So a little known or unknown fact is that Social Security benefits, they can be taxable at the federal level depending on your provisional income. So if you make a lot more money or exceed, then in certain states, Social Security can be taxed. But now Nebraska and Missouri, they have decided to go ahead and remove that taxation. Okay, so that still leaves about 10 states that may still tax Social Security benefits based on your preset income threshold. So let me know if your state is still taxing or not. All right, so next thing is you can receive a one-time Social Security payment when you die or even your spouse. So once you start Social Security retirement benefits, you are generally guaranteed right to receive these monthly checks for life, like forever ever, right? But then once you die, that stops, but there is some exceptions for your loved one. So there is a one-time lump sum death payment of, drum roll please, $255 that may be available provided your survivors meet certain requirements. For example, a surviving spouse may be eligible for the death of the payment if you were living with the person who passes away. Now, if the spouse was living apart while they died or was deceased, then the Social Security benefits will be based on their record or where they were staying at, but the family or relatives may be still eligible for that $255 payment. If there is no surviving spouse, the children of the deceased may be instead eligible for the payment as long as they qualify to receive the benefits of their deceased parents' record when they died. So the Social Security Administration, of course, you have to notify them as soon as possible when a beneficiary dies to cancel their benefits. And that's just even so they can stop the benefits. So you don't go to jail like half these people that are coming up in the news for still receiving those payments. All right, next we are headed to Ohio, where Brown-Toledo law enforcement and first responders, they are calling for a passage of Social Security Fairness Act. So the Social Security Fairness Act, this would end restrictions that are currently preventing law enforcement, firefighters, and their families receiving full Social Security benefits. This is in Ohio. More than 240,000 Ohioans, I think I said that right, and law enforcement officers and first responders, they are prevented from receiving full Social Security benefits because it's two laws I think they have that's from the 1970s and the 1980s. One of them is the windfall elimination provision, and this was enacted back in 1983, which reduces the Social Security benefits of workers who receive pensions from a federal, state, or local government employment that is not covered by Social Security. So pretty much if you are a teacher and you're receiving like a school pension, or if you're a law enforcer, you wouldn't be able to get both. So now they are introducing these bills and acts to say, hey, they should receive their full Social Security. But speaking of bills and acts, Gallego and Graves, they are introducing bipartisan bill to protect seniors from unfair Social Security clawbacks or repayments. So Representative Gallego, I want to say he's out of Arizona, and Graves, they also introduced this legislation to the Social Security Administration about all the overpayments that are going back. And they're saying, why don't we cap this at a 10-year period that would protect people or millions of Social Security recipients from the undue burden of having to pay back these funds as well that may arise when there are errors that were on part of the Social Security Administration. So if you haven't seen in the news right now, Social Security has been sending out millions of letters and is overpaying billions of people. And now they're like, we want our money back. We want our money back. So the representatives, they want to limit the time period that Social Security Administration can go back. Because you have some people that they said they received letters that went back from like 1983. Whoa, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even born to 85. 83 sounds like a good year though. All right, but they're saying like, look, now we need to do something about this. But speaking of those overpayments, there's a lot of people I know that are getting those amounts getting those amounts waived as well. For example, one guy was able to get $84,000 waived, and there are some ways that you could do that. So if you want a video on how to get your Social Security overpayment waived, let me know, and I got you. All right, and the last thing that's going on with Social Security is an earnings test as well. So seniors who continue to work after filing for Social Security retirement benefits, you might be subjected to an earnings test if you earn a certain amount of money in 2024. So the earnings exempt from the retirement earnings test will now increase to $22,320, which is up from $21,240 in 2023. So for every $2 that you earn above that limit, $1 of benefits will be withheld as well. Now, these earning rules no longer apply once you hit your full retirement age, which they're talking about that, and they're battling that with the candidates as well on increasing the retirement age. But that's another video for another day, okay? Let me know, what do you guys think about all this is going on with Social Security? I'll go ahead and include the Social Security payment schedule as well in here. But what do you think about the settlement checks that are coming for SSI recipients? What do you think about the bipartisan bill when it comes to overpayments as well? Did you receive a letter from Social Security regarding SNAP or EBT decreasing, or even just a letter for you received too much money. Let me know all the things down below, and I'll keep these Social Security videos coming, as well as if you like my content, look at some of the other videos that I've been putting out this week. We're getting ready to go into tax season, so there's a lot of changes that are happening with the IRS. And like I said, we're about to be in full-thrown campaign election season, and we're going to see what does these candidates have to say when it comes to Social Security. Is it going to be an increase? Do we have some type of plan? Because if not, they're saying that Social Security will run out by 2033. So we cannot do anything or stand still and think that you can continue to receive the money. But that's all I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Grab you some Amazon Prime. It is free for 30 days. You can try it out. You don't have to put your credit card information on file at all. As well as please like, comment, subscribe, and Happy New Year!